City to City News. I'm your host, J1. Today, we're in Detroit talking with a local independent artist, Ely. She is a singer, songwriter, and guitarist. Let's welcome Detroit's own Ely.
Hi.
And thank you for being on our show.
Well, thank you for having me,
By the way, how'd you get your name?
Ely. Well, my first name is Ethel, and my middle name is Lee. And I thought, I don't want to call myself Ethel Lee, so I shortened it to Ely.
When and why did you start playing the guitar?
Well, I started playing about, I think it was 2008 or 9, one of them. And my youngest son had gotten sent to prison, and I was really sad about that, and I was sitting in his house one day because I was keeping it for him. He had a guitar sitting in the corner, and I'm a singer, but my style is different. And I know when I used to go to church and I used to ask some of the, keyboardists to play for me, they always seem to have a problem. So I was looking at that guitar, and it appeared to me that the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said, get the guitar and play for yourself. And I thought, play for myself? I don't know the first thing about the guitar. But I did pick it up, and I started strumming it, and the strings just sounded so melodic, It sounded so good. I was like, wow, I like this, So I've been, playing it ever since.
And what was the first guitar you ever owned?
The first guitar I ever owned was a little acoustic, and her name was Mabel. And she was kind of small, what they might call a junior guitar, Mm-hmm.
Who taught you how to play?
Well, actually, I'm self-taught. I always say that the Holy Spirit teaches me, because, since I'm filled with the Spirit, that's what comes out. And sometimes, though, I do go to YouTube and look at some of those videos on there of how to play something that I don't know how to play, when I get stuck, like bar chords. I have a problem with this thing, like my fingers are just not long enough or something.
What was the first song you learned?
The first song that I learned was called Please Look For Me. It was very, it was like pretty much during that same day that I picked it up and was strumming, I came up with this song, Please Look For Me, and I hope that the people get to hear it one day, when they go to, my websites and stuff.
Is it one of your favorites?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. It is.
What style do you most often play?
Most often I play inspirational and spiritual. I can't really call myself a gospel singer because I'm not like your traditional gospel, like some of the greats, Clarks and Yolanda Adams and different ones. They have their traditional gospel singers, and my style is a little different. One of my producers calls it bluntry, and he says it's a mixture of blues and country. So now I have my own genre, bluntry.
What guitarist is your biggest influence and why?
Well, I have two of them. One of them is Nicole C. Mullen, and when I first heard her, she was saying to the audience, she started playing and she just stopped and she said, please don't make fun of my music. She said, my music is my heart. It's coming from my heart. And I really love my music, and I want you to love it too. I know I'm different, but this music is coming from my heart. And I thought, wow, that sounds like me. And so I, just started following her. I think she's really, really good because my style is different too, And then the other one is an older lady, and her name is Sister Rosetta Tharpe. And I said, I never heard of her, but I went to a gig in Alabama, and a lady came up to me afterwards, and she said, I haven't seen a female play a guitar like that since Sister Rosetta Tharpe. And I was like, wow, who is that? So I looked it up. She was pretty famous in her day.
How can people find you and your music online?
Well, they can download some of my music from ReverbNation. That's www.reverbnation /eleesings. It's ELEE sings. It's just one word. Don't put the apostrophe in there.
No spaces?
No spaces. Just one word. Eleesings. And they can also go to Facebook and go to Ethel Lee Johnson in Detroit, Michigan, and they'll also find my Ely page, So that's ways they can get in touch with me. Oh, also, they can email me too. And they can email me at eljohnson@live.com.
Thank you for coming to our show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Before you leave, would you like playing something for us?
Oh, I don't mind at all. I'd love to.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ely.
Oh, but I found it.